Ok, estamos en vivo. Hola a todos, bienvenidos al directo del día 27 de diciembre del 2024. Yo soy el Meduso y se me olvidó activar la cámara. Ahí está. Yo soy el Meduso y estamos de vuelta con Slay the Princess, The Pristine Cut. Dejé el juego pendiente desde octubre. Solo hice uno de las nuevas rutas. La del final feliz, felices para siempre, creo que se llama la nueva ruta, y me faltan dos rutas nuevas, y también hay varias rutas que han expandido, pero creo que eso los podemos dejar para después. Quiero por lo menos dejar las rutas pendientes, las rutas nuevas que quedaron pendientes antes de que acabe el año, así que el día de hoy vamos a intentar sacar otra de ellas. Vamos a capturar el juego. Ahí está. Y no me acuerdo dónde chingados puse la cámara la vez pasada. Creo que la puse como... La terminé poniendo aquí en medio para que no interrumpiera demasiado los diálogos. Creo que por acá estaba, ¿no? Let's go. Sale y vale. Vamos a acomodar tantito el micrófono. Un poco más abajo porque yo me inclino mucho hacia adelante. Pésima postura, yo lo sé. Ok. Vamos allá.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path
subirle
is
tantito
a
el volumen.
cabin, and in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her.
Ok, podemos omitir diálogos que ya hayamos visto, me imagino. Vamos a ir directo a sacar la ruta.
It's all part of the job.
Investigué un poco para saber directamente qué rutas son las que me faltan y qué es lo que tengo que hacer para hacer un poco más rápido el proceso. Ya saben que cuando llego a la nueva ruta me encanta explorar todas las opciones y nos tardamos un chingo ahí. Ok.
The interior of the blade.
Tomar la daga.
The door to the basement creaks open. Her voice.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. Don't let it fool you.
Ok, vamos a ver.
Don't
Hola.
be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
Vamos para allá.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Ok, vale. ¿Cómo está el audio? Siento que está bajito.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
No he venido a matarte.
Then drop the knife.
We should. It'll go a long way to building. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing.
Ok, vamos a hacer un punto de salvado acá. En la página 3.
You ignore the trembling in your hands.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
Ok.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now,
Y soltar la daga.
the blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank
Muy bien.
you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Ok.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Me encanta este diálogo. Bastante incómodo. ¿Una relación? ¿Estás coqueteando conmigo?
Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
¿Cómo podría sacarte de
You
acá?
can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't... well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right? She is. I'm sure of it.
Ok. Vamos directo al grano.
Oh, have you decided what...
You know what.
Aniquilar, voy a sacarte de aquí.
Oh, you have to be kidding. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're
Okay.
large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
That would be fine. I can lose an arm.
Me encanta esta versión de la princesa. ¿A quién le importa? Es un brazo.
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out. Anything to finally be free. You attempt to make someone else. Your shouts and you're here to... You make your way back to the bottom of the
Okay.
stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for
Para
everyone.
todos.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't...
No. Ok.
The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happened.
Matar a la princesa.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain.
Uf.
You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Ok.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
Advertirle.
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it. Stop resisting me. I am trying to get you out of here alive.
Resistirte.
The blade. Move the blade.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease. Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark,
and you die.
And you die. I hope it was worth it.
La prisionera.
You're on a path. You're here.
Desgraciado, me las pagarás. No me volverás a engañar con tus trucos.
Tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We've just met for the first time. Don't forget what he did to us the last time around. I wouldn't trust a word out of his mouth. There's got to be a way out of here, for us and for the princess. We just have to keep trying. I'm inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you two, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. And as far as trying to help her goes, need I remind you how catastrophically dangerous she is to the world at large? I told you about the stakes of this situation less than a minute ago.
No, de hecho no lo hiciste. Esta versión no nos ha explicado nada. Ok, vamos para allá.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Ok.
Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink.
Wink.
Did you just say wink out loud? No, I didn't.
Wink.
Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess.
El escéptico me encanta. Es una de mis voces favoritas.
The interior of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison. The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
No he entendido que para entrar a esta versión necesito sí o sí el cuchillo, así que, pero igual vamos a hacer un grabado aquí por si acaso. Tomar la daga.
You take the blade, good idea. Much better to be armed than to go in with blind hope alone.
Ok. Paso batita.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Does she remember us? You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap. Should we be worried about the one around her neck? Why would you be worried about her restraints? If anything, they'll make your job easier. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
Vente con ella.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
Sentarte donde te dijo.
You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
¿Son tus intenciones? ¿Qué te refieres? Ya estuve aquí antes, soy la única persona que lo recuerda. ¿Qué pasó después de que morí la última vez? ¿Quién es? ¿Qué quieres que haga? ¿Intenciones? ¿A qué te refieres?
Yes, your intentions. You have a knife. What are you going to do with it? Why are you here?
¿Qué pasaba cuando la abandoné? Me acuerdo qué pasa si la intentas cortar o si le cortas el cuello y la dejas ahí. Te llevo el great o si te dejas que te ponga esto.
There isn't a keyhole in these shackles, so I'm afraid my only way out is surgical removal.
Is she forgetting about the shackle on her neck?
Or does she think she'd survive a beheading?
You're right. Maybe she's delusional. All the more reason not to trust her.
Unless she really could survive.
Though I suppose you could just be here to kill me. But I don't think that's in either of our best interests.
Ok. ¿Soy la única persona que lo recuerda? Ya estuve aquí antes.
Are we acknowledging that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But yeah, I remember.
First you make a comment about having been here before, and now this. As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use.
Complica la cosa. Perdón,
It's
presioné el botón
complicated
equivocado.
things. How exactly?
Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion. The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency.
A contingency for what?
For you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else, I'm just going to make it worse. Just good luck.
If you knew this could happen, why didn't you tell us? All of this is incredibly valuable information. It would have changed our actions considerably.
I needed you to be in the dark for as long as I could keep you there. It's important. Necessary, even. And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative.
That's pathetic.
I never said I wasn't. I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that. Exactly, he gets it. You're lucky. So don't waste that luck by messing it up again. Alright?
Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark?
The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much. Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world, you need to accept that.
Ok.
I won't.
Just give it a rest, this isn't helping.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
¿Qué pasó después de que morí la última vez?
Nothing happened. You died. I went upstairs. I couldn't leave. I found myself in a new place in chains again. More of them. And now you're back.
Is that really all she knows?
It's not like we have much of a clue about how things work. And she's probably even more in the dark than we are.
You're looking at
Sus
me like I
coronas
might be
son
hiding
cadenitas, por
something.
cierto, me acabo de dar
I'm
cuenta
not.
de eso.
I guess it's possible she really doesn't know anything. Maybe both of us are stuck in this loop without any idea why or how.
No. Like I trust you to come any closer with that knife. All you're going to do is hand it to me and watch me work.
Ok.
But she would have to cut her head off, right? She can't be suggesting that.
She certainly seems confident. Maybe she knows something we don't.
Or maybe you should consider the most likely scenario. She's bluffing so she can disarm you.
Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone. There's no guarantee that what's good for her is good for us.
So, what should we do?
I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options, listing the pros and cons.
Then let me help you. I'll start with the cons. If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the entire world. And she might use it to kill you.
Eso es cierto. Oh, chingado. Me olvidé de cerrar el capítulo de Stargate que estaba viendo antes de iniciar el directo.
That doesn't sound great. What about the pros? There are none.
The pros are that we can't trust him, possibly even more than we can't trust her. And whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned. Or maybe they're both screwing us over in their own ways.
Ni verdad. Ni una, pero si no te acuerdas. Puedo sacarte. Yo no te daré ningún arma. Está bien, confía en ti.
Slide it over.
No, absolutely not. I am not letting you hand your only weapon over to the world-ending princess. Until you come up with any other idea, like, say, I don't know, doing your job and slaying her, you remain rigidly in place.
You tried this last time. Do you want to know how it went for you?
Oh, I remember. She killed us, which, by your estimation, ended the world, right?
Oh, try to take over, buddy. Exactly. If I were you, I wouldn't be too keen on repeating your mistake. Hell, we could even force your hand and do it ourselves. I'm not afraid of dying again. Are you?
A little. I think you got your point across. Fine. You slide the blade across the floor.
Vientos.
The princess maintains unsettling eye contact as she reaches down to pick it up.
Thanks.
She pulls up her hair, smiling slightly, as she raises the blade to her throat. What is she doing? She doesn't say another word as she cuts into her own neck.
Ah.
Vamos a ver mientras se produce el silencio incómodo.
Her eyes stare forward, unblinking, as she saws through skin, veins, cartilage.
Y ese
Last she
efecto de
reaches
sonido.
bone, the blade grinding audibly against her vertebra as it continues to slice its way through her neck. I'll be damned. She's actually doing your job for you. Why would she do that? Huh.
So that's her play.
Killing herself?
She isn't dead yet.
Finally, you hear a snap. Her eye twitches. There's an uneasy silence. She remains motionless for a long moment, her twitching eye the only movement in the room, until at last it stops in an unsettling half-wink. Her head twists slowly to the side, flopping to her shoulder, and her neck opens. The remaining tissue is not enough to hold the weight of her severed head. It stretches and tears until finally it falls to the floor, completely free. It bounces a few times before rolling to a stop at your feet. Oh no, oh no, oh no, what did we do? Can we put it back? Please tell me we can put it back. The princess's eyes stare up at you. Dead. Congratulations! You saved the world.
Yay!
So I guess that's it. What a way to go. But she is gone, isn't she?
I hate this. Can we just get out of here now, please? Of course, the princess is slain and the world is saved. Whenever you're ready, you can proceed to your reward.
Ok, vamos a ver.
Now hold on, she's dead. So what's the rush? What's your angle?
I don't have an angle. I'm just looking forward to putting all this behind us. I'm sure you can understand that.
Look, I'm just not ready to put my guard down. It's best to keep sharp. She wouldn't have done all that without some kind of reason. She's left us with this dangling thread, and I need to know why.
You're
Okay,
just
yes,
wasting your energy. The danger has passed, and now we can all relax and enjoy your reward.
Si la memoria no me falla, si dejas la cabeza en la versión original te lleva al Great.
Fine. But if we're leaving, then we're taking the blade. I feel exposed without it.
With your work done, you remove the blade from the princess's corpse and make your way back upstairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. You can think of it as sealing yourself off from an unpleasant chapter of your life. It's all uphill from here.
Windows. Do you see that? We used to be able to see the outside world from up here, but now it's just empty. The door. Check the door.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away.
You don't have to act surprised. We could see this vast emptiness through the windows.
But if everything's gone, does that mean we're not gonna get our reward? This is your reward. An eternity of bliss, if you'll have it. And I suggest that you have it. Okay. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me.
¿Serio? ¿No me dejaron ni una tele?
Like hell it is.
What's done is done, and there's no going back now. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days, or months, or years, or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier.
Decades? No, it can't be decades. We can't go along with this. We can't let him win.
Entonces, ¿qué
We
sugieres?
still have a blade. Let's use it on ourselves and start over.
Okay.
Suggesting you kill yourself. You shouldn't kill yourself when you have an eternity of bliss right in front of you.
Por acá.
You
Aniquilarte.
goddamn spiteful bastard. Are you really going to turn down immortality itself just to make me lose?
Why should it matter if we die at this point? Haven't you already gotten what you want?
I don't have to answer that.
That's all we needed to hear.
You raise the blade, then drive it into your heart. You collapse to the floor, everything goes dark, and you die. You're a genocidal maniac, you know that, right?
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Ok, vamos a ver. La jaula. Let's go. Entonces te lleva a un nuevo lugar.
We're on a path in the wood. Chains everywhere. This is different. This is new.
Huh. Let's go. We got it. Salvar desde aquí. Sí, originalmente creo que hacer esto te llevaba al espectro.
It's worse is what it is.
Venas por todos lados, crucifijos.
We're finally starting to see reality for what it is. This place is a prison. She's not the only inmate.
Yep.
You're acting like reality is this static thing. But this world is constantly changing around us. How can you be so sure that you aren't breathing the prison into existence? That by feeling the walls closing in on you, that's exactly what they do.
What a crock of pretentious bullshit. Reality is as solid as the ground beneath our feet. And if we just examine it, if we apply enough scientific rigor, if we think hard enough, we'll find a way out of here for good. Don't you see? We're already making progress. And what if looking at it is enough to make it change? Where does that leave us?
It leaves you exactly where you are right now, and presumably exactly where you've been before. I'll spare you my full introduction, since you've clearly already heard it at least once, but I would like to remind you that the people in my world are living, breathing, suffering entities, and not pawns for you to sacrifice in pursuit of some vague truth.
Ok. Ah, tenemos la daga, sí es cierto. Dale media vuelta y irte. No deberíamos hablar de sobre... Ok, vamos a grabar desde acá. Nunca habíamos comenzado con ella.
I hadn't actually noticed.
Holding it's starting to feel natural, isn't it?
Of course it feels natural. We've had it with us every time. We've made it part of us. Don't be weird. It's just a tool, not some mystical object. Though starting with it feels like an indication that we're on the right track.
This is strange. You're not supposed to start with the blade. It says right here that you're supposed to find it at the cabin. Oh well, I suppose that doesn't make much sense anyway. It's better if you start with a weapon, so this is probably for the best.
Estamos seguros de que tenemos que aniquilarla. Ella misma se cortó la cabeza la última vez.
She... what? Why would she ever do that? She's not supposed to be suicidal. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. More importantly, if she did cut her own head off, why are you here? You shouldn't have died. You should be enjoying your reward.
We killed ourselves, obviously. You were insisting that we were happy, but we knew we weren't. We could see right through you. Yeah, what he said. We weren't about to be stuck somewhere being fed non-stop bullshit forever. We want answers. We weren't gonna find them in your fake little paradise.
There are no answers to find. If she was dead, then that was it. That was the solution. All you managed to do was reset the board. And you put the pieces back all wrong while you were at it. This is probably worse for you, if I had to guess.
Ha! So there is a board.
Well, what's done is done and you're here now. There's no use arguing. Just get to the cabin and settle this. Try not to kill yourself this time.
Ok. Podemos tirarla. Esas son las opciones. Ok. Tenemos varias opciones acá. Vamos a explorarlas después. Primero vamos a ir a la cabaña. Vayamos a verla. No queda más remedio que
You
comenzar.
stand at the edge of a cliff. An abyss yawns beneath you, empty and endless. The only path forward, a rusted metal bridge. The cabin looms on its far side. I think you already know what waits for you within.
It's like the world itself doesn't want us to reach her. There's nothing to find out here. Time to check in with the missus.
I'm going to pretend you didn't just call her that.
Para la cabaña. Let's go.
Every surface of the cabin is draped in chains, the air filled with the mock birdsong of metallic clinks. Where there should be walls, you can see only endless ropes of metal, with hooks and spines dangling from their ends. A fitting cage for a monster destined to end the world. There's nothing for you to do but step forward into the basement. You already have your weapon. Your objective awaits.
And
Okay.
how are we supposed to get to the basement? I don't see a way down.
All I see is a mirror.
Ah, mi pinche cámara sí está tapando parte del texto. Carajo, perdón. Ay, un poquito más arriba debe ser suficiente.
What mirror? There is no mirror. The only thing of note here is the door to the basement.
It clearly serves some purpose, but what? Is there something about us we're supposed to see? Can it be a tool of some kind? Or is it a distraction, something meant to confuse us? Can we please stop talking about the mirror? I'd rather not spend more time in this room than I have to. It's creepy.
Ok.
You step out onto the floor. Or what should have been a floor. Should have been? Yes, unfortunately. You realise too late that there is no floor beneath the metal. There is only a loose web of chains suspended over some unseen space. An unseen space that you are now rapidly plummeting through.
Ok.
Nothing's solid here, is it? It's all just a shifting mass waiting for us to drop our guard. Your fall is suddenly, painfully halted as rusty chains pull taut against your skin, their hooks digging into your muscle.
Ok.
You find yourself suspended in what appears to be a vast, dark space. The glinting of yet more chains merely hinting at its full dimensions. You dangle a few feet off the bare concrete floor. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. As your eyes adjust to your new surroundings,
no tiene cabeza.
you make out a figure standing in the gloom, obscured in shadow. She watches you with the stillness of the grave.
Oh, wow. Mira los garfios en los brazos.
Easy now. We don't know what sort of situation we're dealing with. We should let her make the first move. Let observation give us an advantage.
Ok. Estás enojada conmigo. Que tú también puedes volver. Cortaste la cabeza. Vamos a esperar a que ella tome la iniciativa.
The princess takes a slow step forward. As she does so, the heavy chains shift, tightening and tearing at your flesh, your joints screaming in agony as the rusted hooks dig deeper. Stars dance in your eyes as the chain wrapped around your neck threatens to choke you.
Ok.
As your vision comes back into focus, your eyes fall on the body of the princess, finally emerged from the shadows. The body of the princess is a weird way to describe a person.
Sí, el cuerpo tiene la cabeza ahí
It's
abajo.
only accurate. The form in front of you is a body, draped in raiments of chains, her head dragging along behind her in an iron cage. The head stares up at you but says nothing, and the chains squeeze ever tighter.
Permanecer en silencio. ¿Sabes qué? Vamos a permanecer en silencio.
You sure we don't want to say anything?
Nos estamos apegando a nuestro plan.
No, that's great. It's smart. We can't think our way out of this if we're talking. We're just wasting time. She has the complete upper hand when we're just letting ourselves tangle here until she's done with us. Then what do you think will happen? Do you want to die again? Quiet. You're not helping. I can do this. I just need to concentrate.
Ok.
The body takes another step towards you. The chains around you tightening, the hooks boring deeper into your flesh. They constrict dangerously around your throat. You find it harder to breathe.
No, otra vez volvió a presionar a los güey.
I don't think she's happy you're here. But what do I know? I'm just a set of eyes and ears. I don't make choices. At least not any that matter.
Ok.
I don't want to die like this. I don't want to die like this. Somebody do something before she kills us. Please. We're stuck here. What are any of us supposed to do? Reason with her? I don't think she's acting rationally. I think she's lost it. This was all doomed from the start, wasn't it?
No decir nada.
Silence. Then maybe you finally get it. Everything we witness is just another shade of the same endless cycle. I wake up in chains.
Ok.
The body steps forward. Your bindings tighten again.
You come to me, knife in hand.
The body steps forward. The pressure on your limbs is becoming unbearable.
You give me your implement.
The pressure is finally too much. Your fist unfolds as your joints swell with trapped blood, and your pristine blade tumbles helplessly to the ground.
I cut myself free.
She's not insane, is she? No, she's just right. It's all been the same. The whole time, it's all been the same. We never had a say.
Ok. No decir nada.
It would be so much easier if you just gave in with me.
She steps forward yet again, and the chains dig into you, your nerves screaming, your heart pounding, your lungs desperate for air. I don't think we can hold on to you much longer. How many times will we have to do this? I'm tired.
This is all getting so predictable, isn't it? Pop.
Comienzas a caer, el mundo da vueltas y luego chocas contra el suelo. Tu cuerpo se detiene horriblemente ligero y rueda un poco antes de detenerte. Escuchas el ruido de las cadenas y un golpe seco con el resto de lo que era tu cuerpo cae al suelo en algún lugar cercano. Me cortó la cabeza. Somos dos cabezas. Eres incapaz de moverte, de defenderte, de siquiera ver a tu alrededor, mientras el cuerpo de la princesa se acerca hacia ti con pasos lentos y sincronizados. Lina para recogerte y luego... una sombra... ¡Ah! ¡Oh! Una sombra aparece detrás de su cuerpo, sosteniendo una daga brillante. ¡Oh! ¡Oh! ¡Oh!
And now, the cut.
Y ahora el corte. Lanza un ataque certero y el cuerpo de la princesa, que se estremece de dolor, deja caer su jaula. Lo que quedaba del cuerpo, mira, tenemos plumas. Del cuerpo se levantó con el cuchillo. Aunque yo nunca la ataqué cuando estábamos en el otro mundo. Ambos se abalanzan sobre el otro en un torbellino de cadenas, garfios, plumas y sangres. Su lucha avanza hacia las sombras hasta que lo único que queda de ellos es el sonido de violencia que se ejercen mutuamente. Entonces sí había un piso, todo esto.
See? You only ever thought you were in control. Isn't it so much nicer to let go?
Entonces, no hemos escuchado al narrador, sí es cierto, ¿el narrador está controlando el cuerpo? ¿O tal vez las otras voces? Teníamos la cabeza y éramos los que tomábamos decisiones, pero en realidad no. Que no estábamos en control. El narrador tomó control de nuestro cuerpo en su momento. Y ella misma intentó cortarse la cabeza, pero no fue suficiente para escapar. Estamos aceptando en este momento que realmente nuestros pensamientos no están en control de la situación. Nuestras cabezas están realmente de adorno ahí. El narrador puede controlar el cuerpo e intentar matar a la princesa puede continuar viviendo sin cabeza, y nosotros somos pasajeros en el viaje. No decir, ok. Yo no me dejaré tomar. ¿Qué se supone que haremos ahora? Usaste la daga para liberarte. Mi cuerpo aún tiene el cuchillo. Eso no quiere decir que esta vez es diferente. Patrón. Eso no es nada agradable. Soy una cabeza cercenada. No decir nada. No dices nada y la princesa sonríe en un silencio cómplice. Tú y la princesa, como sus cuerpos envueltos en danza mortal, serpentean entre las sombras. Mira, podemos ver nuestro cuerpo peleando.
Look at us go. Aren't we beautiful?
Los movimientos son impresionantes, primitivos, desinhibidos, metal contra metal, carne contra carne.
It's all going to come to a head soon.
Head.
Head.
Sí. Finalmente llega el punto culminante. O sea, el cortarme la cabeza fue suficiente para separarnos del resto del cuerpo y de los pensamientos y del narrador. Llega el punto, tu cuerpo envuelto en cadenas y sombras lanza su último golpe, pero también lo hace el de ella. La arena rompe tu columna y tu daga atraviesa su corazón.
I guess I'll see you next time.
Nos vemos la próxima. Tuyo colapsan. La princesa tose y escupe sangre.
It's cold, but that's always been us, hasn't it? Cold isn't bad.
Interesante. Ok. Y no están las voces con nosotros. A la cabaña. Acércate a ella.
Flickering lights in empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before.
Ok.
Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
¿Es el mismo ser que eras antes? ¿Cuánto has
Is
cambiado?
a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
Todo lo que dices parece un acertijo. No puedes darme ni una sola respuesta
I'm
directa.
sorry. Words are difficult for me. They never fully weave what I wish to say. If you do not like my answers, then you need not ask me questions. The vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything words could say in the spaces between.
Y como siempre pasa la moto ruidosa. ¿Qué se siente cambiar así?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
¿Sabes qué quieres hacer cuando todo esto
With every
termine?
gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was.
Ok.
I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed. But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
¿Matarte? No, no la voy a matar.
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
Tú fuiste la que mejor me ha tratado desde que llegué aquí. Gracias.
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
¿Qué quieres que te traiga la próxima vez?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
¿Qué opinas sobre este
This
receptáculo?
one is a body that convinced herself she was only a set of eyes. She will make for a watchful heart.
Ok.
Do not mourn her. She is now what she wished that she could be.
¿No tienes preferencia en cuanto a cómo quieres cambiar o crecer?
My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down the thin trail of perspective and memory.
No quiero lastimarte, pero temo que cuantas más veces vuelva, peor serán las
The
cosas.
vessels are shaped by memories of you, but their impulses are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them, you are a gate to something more, and any hurt you've caused them is understood as a fair price for freedom. But they are only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
Estoy listo para volver.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Oscuro y mueres. Ok. Vamos a salvar la página 1. Muy bien. Ahora vamos a cargar. Vamos a cargar desde acá. Ok. Vamos a... ¿Qué diablos estás enojada conmigo? Hola. ¿Por qué diablos te cortaste la cabeza?
Silence, save for the creaks and groans of metal as it sways in the stale air around you. The hooks slowly shift in your skin, the pain coming in waves as you continue to dangle helplessly. What if the chains don't have to be real? What if they aren't real?
They feel plenty real to me. Yeah, it would be nice if we could just tell ourselves the chains aren't lodged in all our joints and they'd magically go away, but I'm afraid that's wishful thinking.
Well, maybe wishful thinking is what we need. Maybe they're real, but maybe we can cut through them. It's worth a try.
Intenta usar la daga para liberarte. ¡Ja! Hola, te estoy hablando a ti. Lo lamento, escucha, lamento lo que sucedió la última. Se supone que debo sentir mal. Al diablo, atacarla. Intentar usar la daga para liberarte.
You clumsily rotate the blade in your palm, pressing it against the chains lodged in your wrist.
And it slices through them, right? Right?
Right?
Yeah, what he said. It slices through. Now hold on. Let's not rush to conclusions. How would that ever work? It just does?
It doesn't.
Ay, maldita sea.
Maybe the only reason it isn't working is because someone doesn't believe we can do it.
They're metal chains, and nothing we've done has worked so far. Maybe if you gave me a good reason to believe we should try again, I'd believe it was worth trying again. But until then, I'm going to believe our eyes. This isn't getting us anywhere.
Maldita sea, escéptico. Me caías bien.
You should believe it because you should. We don't have anything better to do. Maybe they're
rayos.
rusty.
No.
He did say they were rusty,
¿Sí?
didn't he?
Maldita sea, me va a dar tétanos.
He didn't he? Alright, I'm game. We cut again.
You bring your blade against the chains again, and this time, you manage to cut into the metal. Its hook remains embedded in your flesh, but your arm falls from the mass of chains, free from the princess's bindings.
Yes! Will you look at that?
Let's go.
That worked.
Now why shouldn't the rest be the same then?
Sí.
But before you can make much progress, the princess takes a step forward. As she moves, the heavy chains shift, tightening and tearing at your flesh, your joints screaming in agony as the rusted hooks dig deeper. Stars dance in your eyes as the chain wrapped around your neck threatens to choke you.
Ok.
As your vision comes back into focus, your eye, the
vimos
body
esto.
of the princess, it's only accurate. The form in front of you, the head stares up at you but says nothing. And just keep
going. She's ahead in a cage. We're not going to be able to talk our way out of this. The only thing we can do is keep soaring our way to freedom.
Ok. Seguir cortando.
Yes, the links are weak. They can't handle the strain. Isn't that right?
You know, it's rather annoying for you to dictate what I'm going to say next.
But is that what happens? Do the links break?
Yes. Luckily for you, they were too thoroughly rusted to hold much longer. Your other
Let's
arm
go.
breaks free. The body takes another step towards you.
Esto se siente
Chains
cuando
around you
eres un
tightening,
DM, un
the
Dungeon
hooks
Master en
boring
D&D
deeper into your
y
flesh.
tus jugadores se
They
metieron en una
constrict
situación
dangerously
demasiado
around your
estúpida
throat.
y no quieres
You
que
find it
mueran.
harder to breathe.
Así que les empiezas a tirar tonterías para intentar ayudarlos a salir de la situación. Cuando empiezan a decir un montón de ideas muy tontas.
I don't think she's happy you're here.
Hey,
But what do I know? I'm just a set of eyes and ears.
She won't kill us if we just keep cutting. We just have to get our neck free.
usar la daga para liberarte. Let's go.
You continue your efforts, furiously working to sever the chain strangling your neck.
Look at you scurry. As if anything you do is going to change the outcome. Don't you get it? This is all the same. Everything we witness is just another shade of the same endless cycle. I wake up in chains.
The body steps forward. Your bindings tighten again, but you've almost sawn through the first layer of links.
Let's go.
You come to me, knife in hand.
The body steps forward as the first links break, but the pressure on your neck is becoming unbearable.
Go, go, go.
Come on, come on, come on.
You give me your implement.
As the words leave her mouth, your blade slices through the final chains. You come crashing down. Well, at least we're not being strangled anymore.
Okay.
Hold on. Did you hear what she said? We give her our implement.
Huh.
Yeah? What of it?
This whole thing's been a riddle. Blade, heart, now.
Huh. Este fue un acertijo de corazón. Las piezas se encajan en su lugar. Para cada permutación existe un patrón y cuando se aprende el patrón se disuelve la ilusión. Pero el patrón siempre estuvo ahí o fueron ustedes quienes lo escribieron en la arena. Los escritores deben seguir en su propio guión. Ok, juego, ok. Daga corazón ya. El escéptico quiere que la apuñalemos. Y no hay manera de apuñalarla. Pero el juego, las opciones del juego no nos dejan hacer esto. Nos están reforzando la idea de que realmente no somos realmente el piloto de la situación. Esta es una historia prescrita con un patrón y un ciclo que se repite. No podemos hacer nada para cambiarlo. Las piezas se encajan en su lugar. Para cada permutación existe un patrón. Cuando se aprende el patrón se disuelve la ilusión. Ya sabes que todo ocurre de una manera. Y cuando sabes cómo ocurre, o sea, cuando te aprendes el patrón de un jefe de videojuegos, deja de ser un jefe, ¿no? Se convierte simplemente en una serie de movimientos que tienes que repetir para ganar la pelea. Pero el patrón siempre estuvo ahí, o fueron ustedes quienes la escribieron en la arena. Voy a seguir, darle tu instrumento.
Blade flashing, you rush towards the princess.
Ok.
Her body continues its slow march towards you, never changing course even as you sink your weapon into its heart. Its hand wraps around yours, its flesh cold and its grip firm. But it does not try to wrench itself free. It instead drives the blade deeper into its own chest.
Está intentando matarse.
I cut myself free.
Uso la daga para liberarme.
The body collapses to its knees, and as it crumples, life seeming to leave it at last, the door of the cage creaks open. The head of the princess tumbles out. Congratulations! It would seem that you actually managed to see this through. All that's left is to watch her bury.
This is different. Maybe I got the pattern wrong. Or maybe I finally got it right.
El patrón fue matarla para poder liberarla.
We did it. We figured it out. We won.
No creo que hayamos ganado. Logramos, rompimos el patrón, pero el patrón hasta cierto punto siguió siendo el mismo. Le dimos la daga para liberarla, como en las otras veces. Solo que esta vez darle la daga fue matarla.
Why don't I feel like it means anything?
I just feel bad. It's not my... I don't think there is such a thing for us. At least, not here. This was just another trap. No matter what we do, we just keep losing ground.
I'm cold, but I think that's good. I think I can finally rest.
El cuerpo con la cabeza esta vez.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
Perdigarse el patrón. Ok,
Is that a...
salimos del patrón. O el patrón seguía siendo el mismo, pero
Why now?
lo hicimos de manera diferente.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it, it's calling us. I'm not...
You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back.
Miedo. Todo está bien. Que sea que haya del otro lado será algo bonito.
Can we trust you?
Feels too good to be true.
Ok, es lo mismo. A ver si tiene una frase diferente para ella.
Flickering lights whenever you are.
¿Qué opinas sobre este
This
receptáculo?
one is a body that convinced herself she was only. Do not mourn her. She is no.
Ok, lo mismo. Ok. Vamos de vuelta. Vamos a intentar hablar con ella. Y también quiero ver qué pasa si intentamos atacarla. Vamos a probar a atacar desde el principio.
As you attempt to move, the princess takes a slow step forward. As she does so, the heavy chains shift. As your vision comes, the body of its own, the head.
¿Qué pasa si seguimos
You try to
intentando
move your
atacar?
arm, but do little more than rotate the hook planted firmly in your wrist. It is an excruciating and fruitless attempt, which the princess doesn't so much as acknowledge. The body takes another step towards you. The chains around you tighten.
I don't think she's happy you're here.
I don't want to die like this. We're stuck here. This was all doomed from the start.
Silence. Everything we witness is just another shade of the same.
The body steps forward.
You come to.
The body steps forward.
You give.
The pressure is far.
I cut myself free. It
Ok.
would be.
Atacar
This is all
realmente
very
no permite nada. Cargar. Vamos de vuelta aquí. Ok, vamos a hablar con ella. Hola. ¿Estás enojada
But you are
conmigo?
met with only silence, save for... What if the... well, maybe wishful thinking is what's worth...
Eso me da la opción de intentar cortar la daga. Estoy hablando a ti. Lamento lo que sucedió la última vez. Se supone que debo sentirme
The
arrepentido, ¿no?
princess takes a slow step forward.
Lo mismo.
As your vision comes back into focus, the body, it's only accurate. The head stares up at you, but
Lo único que he hecho es intentar ayudarte. Déjame bajar. Matarte no arreglará nada. ¿Qué te sucedió? La última vez tú sola te cortaste la cabeza. No puedes enojarte conmigo por eso.
Mad at you? I'm not mad at you. I know you didn't have anything to do with that. Not outside of your designated role, of course.
The body takes another step towards you. The chains around you.
I don't think she's happy you're here.
Ok.
But what do I know? I'm just a set of eyes.
I don't want to die like this. We're stuck here. This was all doomed from the...
Dice nada, ¿no? Mi arma 2 veces. Hablas de tu cuerpo en tercera persona. ¿Qué quieres decir con que solo observas? Tú misma te cortaste la cabeza la última vez. Tú tomaste esa
What's the
decisión.
point of making a choice if it all ends the same way? I'm still stuck, and you're just as stuck as I am. Everything we witness is just another shade of the same endless cycle. I wake up in chains.
The body steps forward. Your bindings tighten again.
You come to me, knife in hand.
The body steps
Okay.
forward.
You give me your...
The pressure is finally too much.
I cut myself free.
Estás condenado. Yo no puedo tomar... Estar aquí colgado y tú no quieres tomar ningún tipo de decisión. Vamos. Cada uno de nuestros encuentros. Tenía que hacer. Querías que me llevara tu cabeza. ¿Qué se supone que tenía que hacer? ¿Querías que me llevara tu cabeza cercenada de la cabaña? Pensé que estabas muerta.
That is what I wanted, but you didn't do it. And I don't think you could have done it. The walls are what the walls are. So give in with me. None of this is up to us.
She steps forward. I don't... How many times will...
This is all getting so predictable, isn't it? Pop.
Ok. Levanta el cuerpo.
And now, the cut. See? You only ever thought you were in control.
Más la cabeza. Sé que sería mi final. No, supongo que esto no está tan mal.
I told you. It really isn't. And now nothing's stopping you from enjoying the show. Look at us go. It's all going to come to a head. Head.
Ok.
I guess I'll see you next time.
Y lo
It's
mismo.
cold.
Ok. Cargar. Déjame ver qué me dicen las otras versiones. Usaste la daga para liberarte. Mi cuerpo aún tiene el cuchillo. ¿Eso no quiere decir que esta vez es diferente? ¿Eso no significa que rompí tu patrón?
Huh. I guess you're right. Pattern must be wrong then.
El patrón debe tener un error.
Maybe if we keep watching, we'll figure it out. And we've got nothing else to do but watch. Look at us go. It's all going to come.
Ok. Cargar. Déjenme ver rápidamente las otras opciones. Y... Esto no es nada... Esto no me importa. ¿Qué es? Esto no es nada agradable. Soy una cabeza cercenada.
And what's wrong with that? It's really not that different from how it's always been. Just watching things play out. It's who we are. Only now, we can be honest with ourselves.
Eso es cierto.
Look at us go.
Ok. No quiero sobreescribir, no. Quiero cargar.
My body ripped your body's head off. I didn't have anything to do with it. You get it. It's not like you're responsible for what your body is doing to mine now. You and I just watch, like we've been doing since the beginning.
Ok. Ok. Entonces es lo mismo. Déjame, nada más, vamos a ver otra opción de diálogo aquí y de ahí vamos a intentar hacer lo mismo sin el cuchillo. Ah, no, ¿sabes qué?
But you are met. What if the chains don't have to be? Well, it's worth it.
No.
The princess, it's only the head.
¿Cuál es tu problema conmigo? Lo único que he hecho es intentar ayudarte.
What makes you think I have a problem with you? Because I'm a head in a cage? Don't be silly. That's what I've always been. It's not like you're any different.
The body takes another step towards you.
I don't think she's happy you're here.
I don't want to die like this. We're stuck. This was all doomed.
¿Soltar la daga? ¿Qué
You're a
pasa
step
si...?
ahead of me. That means you finally get it. I'm happy for you. I really am. Everything we witness is just another shade of the same.
The body steps.
You come to me, knife in.
The body steps forward.
You give me your... See? You already did that one.
You begin to black out.
I cut myself free. Just because you refuse to see the walls doesn't mean they aren't there. Give in with me. It's so much easier to let the world...
She steps forward yet again. I don't think we can... How many times will...
This is all getting so predictable.
Y de ahí tenemos lo
And
mismo.
now... See?
Tú me arrancaste la
My
cabeza.
body ripped your body's head off.
Ok. Sale y vale. Ya vimos todas las opciones de esto. Faltaría ver qué pasa si aventamos la daga. Vamos a checar eso. No llevaré la daga otra vez. Tirar tu arma en el bosque.
Are you serious? The blade is your implement. You're going to need it if you want to do things right. We can't toss it. It's the only way we can protect ourselves. It's an extension of us, and we shouldn't go around throwing our pieces away. He's right. Weird, but right. Don't you dare.
Hacerlo,
Are
tirar
you
la
even
daga.
listening to me? Does my opinion count for nothing? We're never getting out of here if you don't listen. I'm intervening. We're not tossing the blade.
Y yo estoy al mando y yo digo que vamos a tirarla. Ya tuviste tu oportunidad y todos fuimos testigos de lo que pasó.
Too bad. This is a mutiny. Hey, you can't just do that. We're not supposed to be able to make our own decisions. What if I stop you? Maybe I can make choices too. Good luck with that. I've got backup this time, haven't I? Yeah, alliance of convenience. We're not throwing it away. It's important. Hey, what are you... Are you serious? That's no fair. Let me go. Sorry. Has to be done.
Oh, wow, están peleando entre ellos. ¿En serio no me dejarás tirarla? Muy maduro. Cuando nos salga el tiro por la culata, la culpa será de ustedes dos. Está bien, supongo que la llevaremos. Oh, ¿no me deja tirar la daga?
Great. Was that so hard? We need to keep our wits sharp. Yes, you've made the right choice. The blade is the only control we have in this world. Yes, great. Now, will you get to the cabin already? In case you've forgotten, the princess, the fate of the entire world, etc., etc.
Ah, pero puedo todavía darme media vuelta. Estoy harto de todo esto. Adiós. Dar la media vuelta e irte. Váyanse al carajo.
Serious? Fine. You walk away from the cabin and see how that goes for you.
Wait, something isn't right. Can you still hear me? Everything is getting fuzzy. What's going on? Where are we?
Let's go. Culeros no me dejaron tirar la daga, así que los mandé al carajo.
Is this the end of the world? Was there ever even a world to end? It's finally happened, hasn't it? We finally cracked.
Ok, esto es nuevo. Teoría física desaparece, solo queda una nada texturizada. Cortes vuelven. Se oye un murmullo lejano, el sonido de muchos otros sonidos. Ondulaciones retumban, una fuerte medida que algo se aproxima. ¡Oh! Ya sabes que mora en los espacios vacíos. ¡Oh! Y la rodean, ya no está sola. ¿Por qué estás aquí? Estoy inclusa. ¡Ah! Mira, esto me llevó a otro de los finales falsos. El receptáculo está lleno de ti. Sí, no trae más obsequios. No puedes volver aquí, no. Este mundo está tan roto que no tiene arreglo. Debemos tejer algo nuevo. Y hay una cantidad limitada de hilos. No los desperdicies. Soy nuestra única salvación. Ok. ¿Qué pasa si no hacemos la pregunta y vamos directo a tirar la daga?
Hold. This is. Are you serious? He's right. Are you even listening to me? Does my opinion count for nothing?
Podemos tirar la daga.
Too bad.
Hey, you can't just do that. What if I stop you? Maybe I can make choice.
Good luck with that. I've got backup this time, haven't I? Yeah, alliance of convenience. We're not throwing...
Hey, what are you...
Sorry, has to be done.
Realmente no quieren que haga nada más que... Está bien, supongo que la
Great.
llevaremos.
Was that so hard? Yes, great. You stand. I'm going to. If there's not. And what me? Poor. Come. You step out onto the floor.
Ok. ¿Hay algo diferente en esta versión? Lo dudo mucho.
But you are met. What is it? Well, it's worth it. Does your vision? It's only at the head.
In another life, I would have said it was cute that you think I have a say here. I don't have a say. Neither do you. You, of all people, should know that.
The body takes another step towards you. The chains around you tightening, the hooks boring deeper into your...
I don't think she's happy you're here.
I don't want to die like this. We're stuck here. What are any of us...
This was all doomed from the start.
¿Ya por qué hablas de tu cuerpo en tercera persona?
That's what I used to think. But time alone has taught me the truth. I'm not my body. I'm just the thing that watches it. There's so much pain that comes from tricking yourself into thinking you have a choice. But none of us have choices. And knowing that has made me feel so... free. Everything we witness is just another shade of the same endless cycle. I wake up and...
The body steps forward. Your bind.
You come to me, knife.
The body steps forward.
You give me your...
The pressure is finally too much.
Okay.
I cut myself free.
Ah, mira, cambió esto. Yo no quería traer el cuchillo conmigo, me obligaron.
So you understand exactly how unfair this all is. Give in with me. None of this is up to us.
She stepped by. How many?
This is
Y pelean otra vez. ¿Qué se supone que hacemos
we
ahora?
watch. Just like we've been doing. Look at us. It's all going. Guess I'll see you. It's cold.
No, es lo mismo. Ok, daga o no daga. La única diferencia que podemos hacer es en la... es en usar la daga para...
But you want.
usar la daga para cortarnos. Esto, ya había tomado esto.
Just because you refuse to see the walls doesn't mean.
No es lo mismo. Ok. Vamos a checar si me falta algún logro. Late Princess. Shipments. The cake. The cake. Segundo, The Princess. Nos vamos a ver. A ver, un segundo. Creo que hay un par de logros más que puedo sacar si... Sí, por lo visto, si te matas en la sección anterior, pero de otra manera, puedes obtener un final diferente. Digo, una voz diferente. Un segundo, déjenme checar algo. Ok. Ok. Necesito... Ok, sí puedo... Sí hay otros par de archivos finales acá, pero necesito venir con una voz diferente a la del escéptico. No, la del escéptico no, la del paranoico. Porque sí es posible tirar el cuchillo al principio, pero necesitas que una voz que no se alíe con el escéptico. Entonces necesitamos roto o el engañado. Entonces hay que cargar esto.
Good idea.
Don't worry.
But she seems confident. Whatever. Oh, please, she's just putting on an act to disarm you. Though if she is, so I don't know. I'm just saying, let me. There are no.
Ok. Le damos el cuchillo.
I don't. The world. I don't. Yes, sure. You wouldn't. I'm not afraid. A little. You got your. You.
Le corta la cabeza. Abandonarle el sótano.
You opened only. You don't have to. If everything. This. Okay. Like heck.
Ok.
This isn't an time past decades.
A ver si... Entonces vamos por acá.
But
Estamos
we're
felices.
not happy. He's just telling us that we are. I can tell you for a fact that I'm extremely unhappy. Yeah, what he's...
Voy a aceptar mi recompensa ahora.
More happy time passes, though the word begins to lose its meaning. Time, that is, not happy. Happy still has
He's just...
the voices' protestations fall on. Eventually you pass into a blissful state of pure existence. Though words like eventually and pass ceased to have any meaning to you long before that shift.
Hey.
No, you stop that. Stop all this nonsense.
You really don't want to be happy, do you?
We still have a blade. Let's use it on...
Suggesting you kill yourself. You shouldn't kill yourself when you have an eternity of...
Me gustaba ser feliz, me vas a quitar la
wasn't
felicidad.
real happiness. The truth is still out there for us to find, but we...
Ah. Ahora para acá. Siento, pero no vamos a hacer eso.
apologize.
Wait, why is your body lurches as your heart suddenly stops beating?
Me quitó el control y dejó
Are
que mi
you killing us?
forzó nuestro corazón a dejar
You'll
de
forgive me
latir.
eventually.
You goddamn spiteful bastard. Are you really going to turn down immortality?
Why should it matter if we die at this point?
That's all we... It turns out that it doesn't take too long to die after your heart stops beating. You collapse to the floor, everything goes dark, and you die.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Ok, vamos a ver.
You're on a path in the woods.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Ofendido.
We
Ah.
had everything we ever could have wanted and you killed us.
El engañado, vaya.
We didn't have everything we ever could have wanted. That's just what he told us. I want the truth, not some made-up eternal happiness.
But it was nice. Who gives a shit about truth?
I do. He said we were happy, but what does happiness like that even mean? It was just another prison.
And this isn't? There are chains everywhere.
That just means we're on the right track, you numbskull. That we're finally starting to see reality for what it is.
Can you two stop fighting? It's not very productive. No, it isn't, is it? So, you've clearly already been here before.
Ok, ya sabemos esto. Ahora vamos a hablar sobre cómo es cuando tengamos la daga.
Huh.
Holding it's starting to feel natural.
It doesn't matter if we spawn with it or have to trudge all the way up to the cabin to get it. It's not even a blade, really. It's just a dinky little knife. The real threat here can kill us without it anyway.
I didn't kill us without reason.
Well, you still killed us.
This is strange. You're not supposed to start with the blade. It says right here that you're supposed to find it at the cabin. Oh well, I suppose that doesn't make much sense anyway. It's better if you start with a weapon, so this is probably for the best.
Yay. Cerrarnos en un vacío de felicidad para siempre.
So you actually managed to slay her? Yet you still found your way back here. Absolutely unbelievable. What on earth is wrong with you?
We weren't satisfied with your happy little prison.
But it has happy right there in the name. It wasn't actually very happy.
I was fine with it, but that spiteful bastard gave us a heart attack and killed us for no reason.
I had a great reason. We were stuck with no answers. And now we're not. You're welcome.
And you don't think we're stuck now? We're still in a cage, it's just bigger.
You know, if you think about it, isn't life just a really big cage?
Técnicamente tiene razón, el héroe tiene toda la razón. La vida es una jaula muy grande.
Philosophizing. Just get to the cabin and settle this already.
No llevaré la daga otra vez.
Are you serious? The blade...
You know what? Yeah, screw this.
Sí, lo tenemos
We
el de
won't
nuestro
play
lado.
along with any of you.
You're all being ridiculous. Why would we disarm ourselves at a time like this? Don't you dare.
Hacerlo tirar la daga.
Are you even listening to me? Does my opinion count for nothing?
No,
We're
vamos a tirar la daga, ajá. Yo estoy al mando y digo que la vamos a tirar.
Without another word, you foolishly hurl your only chance at victory far off into the woods, never to be seen again.
Yay.
never to be seen again. All we did was toss it into the woods. There's nothing stopping us from picking it back up.
Oh, but there is something stopping you from picking it back up. The fact that you already made your decision.
Yeah.
As much as I'd like to turn back the clock, we'll all just have to suffer the consequences of what you've done. That's how decisions work.
Sí. Entonces, quedarnos con la voz del... matarnos genera la voz del paranoico, lo que nos impide tirar la daga. Tener la voz del engañado o la voz del frío nos permite tirarla.
Huh. That felt good. Best thing we've done in ages. Whatever this bullshit world throws at us next, we'll always have this tiny victory.
Yeah.
You stand at the edge of a cliff, and
Great. A creaky old bridge and a bottomless ravine. Because getting to the cabin was too easy last time. I wonder what other sick jokes are waiting for us. Maybe that ravine doesn't even go anywhere. It'd be par for the course if we slipped and wound up falling forever.
There's nothing to find out here. Time to check in with the missus.
I'm going to pretend you didn't just call her that.
Entrar a la cabaña.
Every surface of the there's nothing for you to do. And how are we supposed to get to the basement? What mirror? There is no mirror.
Oh, don't you lie to us. We can trust our eyes, and I am not going to stand around arguing over a stupid mirror.
I'm not going to waste time arguing with you. Just get to the base and you step out on... Should have. Yes, unfortunately. You realise too late.
Okay.
Oh, now this is just...
You're too emotional. It makes us sloppy. We have to focus on details right now, and we can't focus on details if you're
¿Qué cosa? Ni siquiera podemos atravesar sin caer en un abismo.
Are we supposed to focus on details while we're falling into a bottomless pit? Don't be ridiculous, it obviously has a bottom. Your fall is suddenly, painfully halted as rusty chains pull taut against you. Find yourself suspended in what if the princess lives here, slaying her would... As your eyes adjust... Easy now. We don't know what sort of...
Ok, tal y vale. Estamos aquí, estamos sin la daga. Hagamos esto.
But you are met with only side. Screw this.
This is making me bloody anxious. It's like she knows how unfair this all is, and now she's having fun with it. She's mocking us
By not saying anything.
Yes.
Hola.
The princess takes a slow step
Hello?
forward. As she does so, the heavy chain, as your vision comes back, the body of it's only accurate. The head stares.
Oh, we're being strangled already. You haven't given us a chance to do a damn thing. What's the point of any of this if we don't even get to make a single choice?
I'm not here to give you chances. I'm here to set the stage and to dictate to you what happens. I can advise you on the correct course of action, but there are limits to my direct involvement. The choices, if that's what you like to call them, have always been yours.
Eso no es cierto. Tomaste control de nuestro cuerpo una vez.
Riddle while we're dying, isn't that just like you? Now to figure out what exactly you mean by choices.
Oh, for the love of stop thinking and do something.
Mira, ni siquiera traje el cuchillo. Solo quería hablar contigo. Mira, ni siquiera traje el cuchillo. Solo quería hablar contigo.
You're pleading with me as if I have a say over anything that happens here. Shouldn't you know by now that I don't? And neither do you.
The body takes another step towards you. The chains around you tightening, the hooks boring deeper into your flesh. They constrict dangerously around your throat.
I don't think she's happy you're here. But what do I know?
Oh, well, isn't that just convenient?
It makes sense to me. She's a severed head. What control could she possibly have over her body? There's no connections, no nerves. So bodies can work on their own.
You know, I wouldn't mind that, actually. Maybe when the chain pops our useless head off, we'll get to run around without it.
This was all doomed from the start, wasn't it?
Lo único que hice fue darte mi arma 2 veces.
And when the time comes, you'll give it to me again. And then she'll do something horrible with it. I wonder what it'll be this time. Everything we witness is just another shade of the same endless cycle. I wake up in chains.
The body steps forward.
You come to me, knife in hand.
No tengo el cuchillo.
But that's not right. We didn't bring the knife. We even told her that earlier.
Sí. Ya te dije que no. Entonces estás desarmando. No se rompió, estoy desarmado. Es obvio que no me estás escuchando porque ya te dije que no traje el cuchillo. Me deshice de él antes de llegar a la cabaña.
Oh, yeah, you did say that.
The body marching towards you comes to a lurching stop.
Huh. She stopped. What is that supposed to mean?
No me estaba escuchando el cuerpo tampoco. Estaba esperando el cuchillo para poder liberarse, pero de repente entró en razón. No hay cuchillo. No hay motivo para seguir con este ciclo. Tú eres la que me está escuchando. Tú decidiste detenerte y ahora puedes decidir bajarme de aquí de una vez. ¿Quieres realmente? La única forma que salgamos de aquí es que bajes la guardia, así como lo hice yo. Creo que sabes lo que significa. ¿Estás dispuesto a hablar? Tú eres la que me está escuchando. Tú decidiste detenerte y ahora puedes decidir bajarme de aquí de una vez.
You make it sound so easy. But it can't be that easy. Not after all that violent repetition. Oh.
Sí, es tan fácil.
The chains loosen, the hooks sliding from your skin. You come crashing to the floor, and as the chains rain down around you, her body falls too. The room settles into comforting silence. No more rattling of chains, no more slow, deliberate footsteps from the princess's body, only the soft click of the latch as it opens the door of the cage.
Okay.
So that's really all it took?
The truth was right there the whole time. We just needed to believe we were better than this. I feel like a fool, really. But it's always the most complicated problems that tend to have the simplest solutions.
Tú eres el que nos condenó a esto la vez pasada. Tú no querías que dejáramos el cuchillo, pero bueno.
That is absolutely not how this works. Looks like we've seen through your lies at last, Mr. the Narrator. If that even is your real name.
Oh, shut up. We got lucky. And you especially got lucky. Both of you talk too much. Give her a chance to say what she wants to say. I'm sick of treating this like some puzzle or bullshit game.
Pero ya está hasta la madre de
I
todo.
want you to take me out of this place. That's all I've ever wanted.
The princess's body doesn't stand, instead holding the cage aloft, beckoning you to come near. If you take her out of there, if you carry her to freedom, it's the end of the entire world. You know that, right?
Fine by me. This world is bullshit anyways. The rest of us will find one that's better. Besides, we already made our choice. All the way back in the woods. Nothing you can do about it now.
Sí.
I suppose not. You know, I think a part of me always knew this was doomed from the start. I'm narrating on borrowed time, aren't I?
Narrando en tiempo prestado, sí.
But even if I'm doomed to go, I might as well make sure you have a proper ending. Go on then. You cautiously approach the kneeling body and extend your hand, bruised and bleeding from the trials that brought you to this point. And then you take her from her prison. She looks up at you, and for the first time since you laid eyes on her, she smiles.
Su corona ahora es completamente una cadena.
I have no idea how we're supposed to leave.
But the body
Aclaremos de una
points,
manera.
and you follow its finger to a lone chain dangling from the doorway that sits far, far above you.
Are we supposed to climb up while holding her?
I'll pull us out of here, if you just hold on.
I'm game.
El cuerpo nos está ayudando a salir. El cuerpo está reaccionando a lo que ella quiere.
So am I. Then get on with it.
Sujetar la cadena.
You wrap your hand in the chain, holding tight as it starts to move and holding the princess close to you. Together, you rise out of the pit.
I'm sorry if I made this harder than it had to be.
You glance back towards the princess's body, doing its part as it hoists you up. It grows smaller and smaller, slowly disappearing back into the shadows of the basement.
No, that's not right. There shouldn't be an if. I'm sorry. I made this harder than it had to be.
Maybe she has a point, in a way. Our bodies don't matter.
We're almost there. You can smell the night air.
Let's go.
That bit of light feels like it's mocking us. At any moment, she could just drop the whole thing and send us crashing down.
I don't think that's gonna happen, mate.
It'll be par for the course.
And then the train stops its ascent, depositing you safely in the cabin doorway. I guess you never closed it behind you. Well, there's only one thing left for you to do.
Shall we?
Vimos. Oh, odio que voy a hacer esto por el logro. Ok, primero vamos a hacer lo correcto, dar un paso a la libertad.
And so you step into a world ended by your hand. What a travesty.
Goodbye. It's me.
Awful? Is he still there? I think he's gone.
We did it! That wasn't so bad. Now I guess we'll need to find a new game to play.
Thank you so much. I didn't think this was possible,
Pero aquí estamos.
but here we are. It's a little cold out here, isn't it?
Adiós. Ok, este final me gustó más. Voy a salvar en este final.
She's gone. Is that a...
Teoría de la jaula. Los límites de la jaula
Why
siempre
now?
han sido presentes ya.
But it feels so bad.
You're right.
It's going to do something. Okay. So, this is all going to work.
Feels too good to be true.
Ok. Flejo. La carta ahí.
Flickering lights and empty whenever you are ready. This one is a locked door to which you held the key. She will make for an open heart
Ah,
if you
ok.
let her. Do not mourn her. She is no longer bound.
Ok. Me gusta eso. Estoy listo para
I
volver.
will long for you. We will meet again.
Perfecto. Muy bonito. Sale y vale. Ahora. Hacer algo terrible. Hacer algo horrible. Oh, Dios. Oh. Esto es horrible. ¿Sabes qué? Es curioso. A pesar de toda esta sobre el libre albedrío, siento que siempre llegó al mismo final.
I mean, what's the alternative? Dropping me to prove a point?
El mismo final porque siempre o nos matamos o los dos salimos juntos. Arrojarla para probar el punto de que soy libre y puedo tomar decisiones horribles.
I hadn't even considered that. Should it be an option? Can it be an option?
I'm joking, by the way. Please don't drop me.
I mean, we could.
Hell no, don't you even joke.
He was joking. But fine, I see I'm outnumbered, as usual. Have it your way.
It would certainly be a new data point. Probably
Oh.
wouldn't work anyways. It'd make that perfectly good blade you threw out completely meaningless.
Oh, Dios. Ok. He tomado la he matado como 20,000 veces a esta altura. Nos hemos hecho pedazos, apuñalado, descuartizado, me ha comido, le he arrancado los intestinos. Vaya, nos hemos hecho cosas horribles el uno al otro, pero por algún motivo la he traicionado, la he apuñalado cuando ya confiaba en mí y cosas así, la he dejado abandonada. Y sin embargo, este se siente especialmente horrible, porque se siente que realmente costó trabajo llegar hasta este punto y poder ganar. O sea, este final es algo que realmente costó trabajo y que te tienes que ganar y que tienes que tomar decisiones muy específicas y muy correctas para llegar ahí. y puedes echarlo todo a perder al final. Fuck it. Por el logro. Por el achievement.
Well, I'll be damned. Did I just will that option into existence?
Me odio a mí mismo.
After everything?
Huh. So this is what it's like to dish it out. It feels bad. It's not how I thought it would feel.
Oh. No se siente ser cruel. El diálogo. Retorciendo el pinche puñal. De que estamos haciendo esto por crueldad y nada más. Bueno, no es por crueldad, es por el logro.
You sure kept your cards close to your chest. Smartly played. We haven't seen what happens if we're the ones that beat her, but we'll see what happens now. Well, no time for taking it back. It's done. You let go of the princess's head and watch as she plunges into the abyss. Can't believe I was all doom and gloom just a moment ago. Congratulations. You might just...
Dios, su cara de sorpresa. Sorpresa y traición y miedo y tristeza. Oh, Dios.
All of that just to take it all away. You're cold.
Y ahí va. Está bien, solo iba a durar unos segundos más en el mundo exterior. Solo unos segundos más. Pero bueno, ¿qué lo diría? Si vas a pasar unos últimos segundos en el mundo, ¿prefieres que sean segundos felices o segundos de dolor y tristeza?
She's gone. Where did she
Libre
go?
del río.
Should we try and find her?
Aunque te duela. Uf, hasta el logro te está haciendo. Así de, eres un hijo de la chingada. El logro directamente dice: ejerce tu libre albedrío, aunque te duela. Hijos de su puta madre. ¿Tiene alguna conversación diferente del receptáculo?
This one is a body that convinced herself she was only a set of
vuelve a
eyes.
ser
Do
un
not
par de
mourn
ojos.
her.
Ok. Me siento terrible para hacer. Ok, pero bueno, ese no fue el final canon. Eso no fue canon. El evento canónico es que salimos de la jaula juntos. Ese es el canon.
You're on a path in the woods.
Ok, sale y vale. Terminamos de explorar toda esta ruta. Mañana exploraremos la otra ruta nueva que nos falta. A ver qué tal. No me acuerdo cómo se llama, pero creo que es una ruta relacionada al espectro, si no me equivoco. Es una ruta que sigues después del fantasma, así que vamos a hacer eso, a ver qué tal. Y salir. Sale y vale, chicos, vamos a dejarlo aquí por hoy. Muy bien, adoro este juego. Lo dejé pendiente por demasiado tiempo, la verdad, por estar enfocándome en Silent Hill, Helldivers y demás, no lo había jugado cuando debía. Hubiera estado chido que lo hubiera acabado desde octubre, pero bueno. Entonces, sale y vale. Ese es uno de las nuevas princesas. Nos falta una de las nuevas princesas nada más. Eso lo haremos mañana. Y después checaremos las versiones extendidas de las otras princesas y los finales extras, el nuevo final, a ver si lo podemos sacar después. Sale y vale, chicos, me voy retirando. Muchas gracias a todos los que se pasaron en vivo. Muchas gracias a los que vean el bot más tarde. Si les gustó, porfa dejen un like, síganme en Blue Sky, síganme en Twitter, suscríbanse al canal, etcétera, etcétera. Yo he sido el Meduso, muchas gracias por ver y hasta la próxima. Buenas noches, descansen.